The Falcons' offense might be on the verge of a major shift, one that could completely change the outcome of Sunday night's game. After a tough opening performance, there's a buzz coming out of practice, and it's all pointing to a key piece returning just in time. But this isn't just about adding another player. It's about unlocking a part of the playbook we haven't seen yet, stretching the field in ways that force defenses to play honest, and giving the quarterback a real chance to operate under pressure. If this piece is back, everything changes. Come with me and I'll tell you everything. Click the like button and if possible rise up. Now, Darnell Mooney is back, and that changes everything for the Atlanta Falcons. Head coach Raheem Morris gave us a glimpse of optimism during his latest press conference when asked directly about Mooney's status. His response, "I feel good about Mooney. We'll see more. He did warm up before the Buccaneers game. He has been at practice and he's been doing a lot of different things as you guys have seen." That may sound cautious, but it signals one thing: Mooney is likely to return against the Minnesota Vikings, and his return could be the spark this offense desperately needs after a frustrating week one. Why does Darnell Mooney matter so much? It's not just about adding another name to the depth chart. It's about how his presence transforms the offensive dynamic. With Mooney in the lineup, defenses can't lock in solely on Drake London or Kyle Pitts. They're forced to respect the full width and depth of the field. Mooney's speed and separation abilities change the equation, especially against a Brian Flores-led Vikings defense known for aggressive blitzing and disguises. This is not a unit that gives quarterbacks much time. You need quick reads, fast releases, and receivers who can create instant separation. That's where Mooney thrives. Let's talk about Michael Penix Jr., who posted 7.1 yards per attempt in Week 1. At a glance, not terrible. But dive deeper, 159 of his 298 passing yards came from Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts. That's your running back and tight end accounting for over half your production through the air. It's a warning sign. As explosive as Bijan is, he shouldn't be your top receiving option. You need your wide receiver core to shoulder that load, and without Mooney, it simply wasn't happening. Casey Washington gave a solid effort as a stand-in, but he's not Darnell Mooney. The chemistry, speed, and route running polish that Mooney brings to the offense were clearly missed. Drake London is still the clear WR1, but his numbers tell a story of inefficiency. He had 55 receiving yards on 15 targets. That's a 3.7 yards per target average. That's a stat you just can't accept from your top wideout. It's not on him entirely. Defenses were able to smother him, knowing the other outside threats weren't there. With Mooney back, that changes. He opens up the field. London draws more one-on-one matchups, and that's where he shines. Since entering the NFL, London has been one of the league's best in contested catches. Give him favorable matchups and he'll produce. But asking him to carry the receiving game solo? That's a recipe for failure. Let's go even further into what Mooney brings. In 2024, before the injury sidelined him, he was the Falcons' top wide receiver in yards per reception. This isn't just a possession guy. Mooney is a big play machine. His ability to stretch the field creates not just opportunities for chunk plays, but also opens up the underneath routes for Pitts, Robinson, and others. You can use him outside, you can motion him into the slot, and in the screen game, he's dangerous. He adds a layer of explosiveness that's been missing. Now take a look at Penix's Week 1 passing chart. There's a glaring issue: nothing over the middle deep. That area of the field was completely ignored. The Falcons were working short outs, screens, and quick sideline routes, but the seam and intermediate middle were absent. Mooney thrives there. He runs a deadly post. He can split safeties. He knows how to find that space behind the linebackers but before the deep coverage rolls in. His route tree and timing with Penix could unlock that neglected part of the field, which is exactly where you need to strike if you want to punish an aggressive defense like Minnesota's. And let's be real, this Vikings offense isn't going to sit back and give you time to figure it out. J.J. McCarthy showed in Week 1 that he can take over in crunch time, and now with Jordan Mason running hard, they'll bring a physical brand of football to the Dome. If the Falcons want to keep pace, they're going to need points, and that means hitting big plays, not grinding out 3 yards at a time. Mooney isn't just helpful. He's necessary. Coach Morris and offensive coordinator Zach Robinson understand the stakes. This team cannot afford to start 0-2, not in a division that's still wide open but already seeing Tampa Bay climb to the top. Every game matters. If Mooney is at even 80%, he has to be out there. This isn't a luxury, it's survival. So what do you think, Falcons fans? Will Darnell Mooney be the difference maker against the Vikings? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if Mooney is out there, what kind of impact are we realistically expecting? Let's talk situational football, third downs, red zone, and tempo drives. The Falcons were stagnant on third down in Week 1, converting just 5 of 14 attempts. That's not sustainable. What kills drives faster than anything in this league? Failing on third and medium. And that's exactly where Mooney changes the math. He's the kind of receiver who can win a one-on-one slant, shake a corner on a quick out, or simply pull attention away to free someone else underneath. That's what's been missing. He gives Penix a reliable separator, and when the pocket collapses, a quick read. Let's talk red zone. You saw what happened when we got close to the goal line against the Buccaneers. Everything tightened up, and outside of Pitts, we didn't have another clean matchup. Mooney's quickness and confined space matters here. You want that corner route on the goal line? You want to run a motion slant? That's his bread and butter. He wins with agility, not brute force, and those are the matchups you seek in a crowded red zone. With him back, play designs multiply. You can run rubs, quick outs, decoys, or bubble screens with actual expectation of execution, not just desperation. Now think about tempo. This Falcons offense has the potential to run fast. Penix can operate no huddle and process quickly, but the receivers have to do their part. Mooney not only has the route running IQ to thrive in up-tempo situations, but his conditioning and awareness also allow him to shift on the fly, line up anywhere, and still create separation. That's a subtle but major piece of the puzzle if the Falcons want to be versatile and unpredictable on offense. Another huge element, Mooney's chemistry with his quarterback. While he hasn't had much live time with Penix, you can already sense the intention from the staff to build that bridge quickly. The warm-ups before the Bucs game weren't just about testing his body, they were about re-establishing timing with his quarterback, understanding spacing, and running game-speed reps. Even a limited Mooney is going to command more attention than most third options in this league, and with Penix needing cleaner windows, Mooney's route separation rate becomes critical. On the defensive side of the ball, you know what's coming from Minnesota. Brian Flores is going to dial up blitz after blitz, force Penix to make fast decisions, and collapse the pocket relentlessly. In Week 1, we saw what happens when that pressure gets home, errant throws, stalled drives, and an offense that just couldn't get into rhythm. With Mooney on the field, you counteract that aggression. Quick throws become more viable. Blitzes get punished. That soft spot in the zone? That's where Mooney lives. Bottom line, Mooney's return isn't just a nice-to-have, it's essential. He's the key to unlocking the full version of Zach Robinson's offense, the one fans were promised when Penix was drafted, when this staff was assembled, when hopes began to rise again in Atlanta. And if this offense is going to show it belongs in the conversation with the NFC's best, it starts Sunday night. So, Falcons fans, what do you think? Will Darnell Mooney's return boost the offense and lead to their first win of the season? Tell us in the comments what you expect from Mooney's performance against the Vikings and how you see this matchup. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you're rooting for the Dirty Birds. I'll keep you updated here. Go Falcons!